Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Thank you so much for liking our videos, sharing. Please, before you continue watching this, kindly like the video, then continue watching to the end. When you watch our videos to the end, it does encourage us to do more content. And because I am giving this experience as something that had passed, but I'm giving the experience because I still have them. It's a whole lot. Do you understand? As against if I was doing the video while I was nursing them. Now I'm telling you the experience so that if you have triplets, you should not bother or get afraid. I didn't have anybody to encourage me like this. I just trusted God and everything is fine. So now I'm going to tell you the difference in the triplet. There are times people are scared to have twins or triplets because they are feeling that they might not know them, and that's the difference between identical twins and twins that are not identical. Now in identical twins, they were all in the same sack, and that is the twins that is very very dicey, the way that you might be pregnant with triplets or twins that are identical and one might drop or two will drop. That's because they're the same sack. The other one is not having enough space. Then they can press the other one, and you discover that even when they are born, you see that one will be looking smaller than the other one. So another thing I did that really helped me was that I started talking to them individually and raising them individually. So I know it's a very difficult task to do, but what I do is I advise them together. I started calling my children for meetings when they were very young. I started calling them for meetings when they were very young, and that really helped me. In fact, till as they are, almost every day I call them for meetings. I started to understand their different personalities, because the truth is, as a mother, if you have triplets, twins, quadruplets, sextuplets, quintuplets, you might be so overwhelmed by treating them the same, and if you are not careful, you begin to compare them. One of the things I said I was not going to do, I deliberately did not do, is to compare my children, because that can bring down one. And each time I discover that one of them is trying to talk down the other one, I call them to order. I say, don't talk to your sibling like that. Say, I'm sorry. And in my house, I taught them how to apologize. When you apologize and you say, Daniel, I am sorry for slapping you. I will not do that again. So help me God. And that really helped me. It really helped me to mold them. Now, my children they are around 8 years old now. By the grace of God, in December 27, they'll be 9 years old. By the special grace of God, they wash their toilet, they lay their bed, they sweep their room, they take care of everything they need to take care of. The only thing I don't allow them do is I don't allow them cook. But every other thing children should do, or maybe kids who are already 10 years should do, my kids are already doing it. So it's something that I encourage other women. Like now, I started teaching them how to wash clothes when they were, I think, 3 years old or 4 years old. I can't remember exactly. How did I teach them how to wash clothes? I brought out this basket they use in selling tomato in the market. I bought a new one, so I poured the clothes inside. I taught them how to put the water first, put the detergent, then put the clothes and wash. So right now my daughter washes her pants very well. So they bath themselves. As they are now, the only one who is not having his bath is my last son, who is not part of the triplet. So the triplets bath themselves. They wear their roll on, they do everything themselves. It's just that most times I clean their ear for them. But the truth is that I ensure that I know their different personalities, because the truth is, if you do not understand your children differently and raise them together, that's how some parents who have multiple births miss it. When you raise them together, you are going to make a mistake. The reason is this: these children are different. The fact that they were born the same day doesn't mean they have the same personalities. No, they love different things. The good thing is that in my own, all of them love football. And then I used to think that it was a girl that loved football, so I had to pay attention to them. I saw that even when they're analyzing football, for those of you who have not watched their video about the analyzing football, please go down. You see where the videos, I've done 2 videos about their football passion. Read up, watch it, and you see how they have been able to love a game, which is football. They love football so much. And my children skate. They do skating. My daughter is actually professional. In fact, she coaches other people how to skate. So they skate, they do it so well, effortlessly. And another thing I want to say is that in their academics, in triplets or twins, triplet, quadruplet, sextuplet, quintuplet, if you look at them very well, there's usually one who does not measure up very well academically. Do not sideline that one. During their, if they are, when they started doing going to school, I think they were they're 2 plus when they started going to school. So what did I do? I paid attention to the one that was not able to hold his pencil well, or be able to do his curving, because they started teaching them how to curve and all that through writing and all. I paid attention. But the thing is, some parents make the mistake of paying attention to the ones that are easy, the ones that grab easily. They pay attention to that one, neglecting the other one who is already not catching up. So what I did was I paid more attention to the one who was not catching up. I brought him a home teacher when he got to, I think, 6 years, because when he was 4, he had an accident that made him to stay out of school. One day, if I'm emotionally stable, I'll be able to do that testimony, because it's actually a testimony of what God has done for me. That happened in 2018. Sometimes I don't like to remember it, because it was really a very horrible time in my life, seeing my son like that. So that aside, so it's usually good to pay attention to the triplet, to the twins, to the quadruplet, to the sextuplet, to the quintuplet. Pay attention to them, because there's usually one that is laid back. See, it's not like they ask intelligent questions, but do not undermine that the person is not measuring up academically. So I got a teacher for him who taught him how to read, because he couldn't read as fast as others. So I taught him how to read, and he was able to read. At some point, I was asking my husband, maybe we should check him if he's having autism. Well, I checked out the signs of autism. I discovered that he never had autism. So if you have children, do not begin to beat them, shouting on them because they don't know how to write, they don't know how to read. Take your time. But right now, he reads so well. He understands in school, in class. He's beginning to write very fast. So that's the thing. Do not begin to train them. The point I'm making this video is, do not train your triplets, your quadruplet, your twins as a group. Train them individually. Know what they like individually. Check what they do not like. Check their temperament. Check, like how I talk to my kids. I hug them a lot. I give them pecks. I give them kisses. I applaud them when they have done wrong. If they feel something, I'll tell them there was a day I was not around. When I came back, my son I was saying that he didn't used to grab on time. They wrote exam, and that my son did not do well, so he locked himself in the room. Not locked, I don't know if he locked, but he was in the room, and he cried and cried. His eyes were swollen, and when I came back, I asked of him, and they said he's been in the room crying and arranging his closet. I said, what happened? He now told me that that he failed, he didn't do well in his exam. I now told him, well, you tried. I brought out the paper. I saw his exam paper. I said, you tried. Next time you do better. The best thing is that I told him, see, don't beat yourself to it. I have failed. One of the things the mistakes a lot of parents make is that they do not want to tell their children that they have failed before. They want to make them feel that they were superstars. They had never failed before. But me, no. I tell my children, I have failed before. I have failed many times. It might not be in academics, but I've failed before. I've made mistakes. So, and I'm not a mother. I wasn't perfect as a child. Yes, I might not have wanted my parents to be angry with me, so I didn't do certain things other children did. But I made mistakes along the way. I have failed. I don't know if I've failed an exam before, but I wasn't taking first. Like some parents would tell their children that they were topping the class. No, I cannot bring myself to telling that kind of lie. I have taken third position before. I think I've even taken fourth position before. I can't remember now, but I have not always been first in my class. So I like to tell my children the truth the way it is. So when I told my son that it was okay to fail, but the only thing that is not okay is when you fail and stay in that failing position. So my son was now happy. He could smile, hug me. And one of the things I do is that every time I constantly remind them that they are so handsome. I tell my daughter she's the most beautiful beautiful girl in the world. I tell my son Daniel that he's so cute, that I wish I was his girlfriend. I tell my son Salem that he's so cute. I remember one of the days, I was telling my son, I said, come and give me a peck. He said, mommy, we are in public now. I say, so my son, you cannot kiss me in public. It's not normal kiss, like mouth kiss, just a peck. I taught my children, them individually, how to be aware of themselves, what not to tolerate, all those things, how to be my kids are so, their self-esteem, the way I built their self-esteem, God has helped me. And I want to encourage you, woman, no matter how much your children give you wahala, please do not say awful words to them, do not talk them down, do not compare them to other children. Like I heard one woman was complaining about her daughter. When I said, "Ma, don't talk like," she said, look at your children, they wash toilet at their age, and my daughter, why is she not? I say, no, don't compare them. I stay at home a lot and try to bring up my children, and I don't want anything. I want to present wonderful children to God. I want, if I finished in this life, let my children not become a reproach, let my children not bring the body of Christ to shame, and by the grace of God we will finish strong on this journey. And I pray that if your child is giving you trouble, may that child turn out a better child for you. May they not bring you shame, in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share. Thank you so much. Bye.